Number 3, note, figure not drawn to scale. Anytime you see that figure not drawn to scale, it's not telling you that it's drawn wildly different from what it actually should be. It's telling you, don't try to look at this figure and deduce the answer by going, well, this angle looks about 123 degrees or 147 degrees or 57 degrees. So that's how I know it's the answer. No, it's just giving you a basic reference, but it could be off. So let's look at what they're telling us. We have to go by what they're telling us. In the figure, line M is parallel to line N. Okay, so line M, didn't quite draw that little M and N. Okay, those are parallel. That's how we indicate lines are parallel. M is parallel to line N, and line T intersects both lines. What is the value of X? This is the geometry concept of parallel lines crossed by a transversal. Normally we draw the lines horizontally, so seeing them vertically can be a little bit of a huh, but it's the same difference, exact same thing. So if I have two parallel lines, that is lines that have the same slope and that never, ever, ever cross. And then we have a transversal, that's a line crossing it. It could be crossing it that way, it could be that way, that way. It really doesn't matter. Just there's a line crossing the parallel lines. When this happens, it creates two identical intersections. Now, in your geometry class, you will have a lot of theorems and things that you have to learn, like corresponding angles are similar and same side interior angles are supplementary, and exterior same side exterior angles are supplementary. Things like that, because you're using them in proofs and theorems. You do not need to know those names for the SAT. Here is what you need to know. It's just the corresponding angles part. So, and I'm going to use highlighting colors here. So let's use like a kind of neon purple. So these two angles, they are also called opposite or vertical angles. Anytime we have intersecting lines, the angles that are opposite each other are congruent. So those two are the same, and they are the same as these two. So these four angles are all identical. Then we have, let's do like neon blue. Then we have that angle, and that angle, that one, and that one. Those all match. And now as you can see, like one pinky purple and one blue, they make a line together. So these two pairs, these opposite colors, they are always going to be supplementary. That is, they add up to 180 degrees. That's what you need to know. You need to know that it makes two matching intersections. So like the top left on this intersection will match the top left on that intersection, which will match the bottom right and the bottom right. This little chart is all you really need. And then you can look at that chart and go like, oh, so the two colors, the opposite colors, they make a line, so they're supplementary. So then once we have that those colors are supplementary, that pink would then be supplementary to that blue, etc. That's what you need to study. Don't, for this test, not for your geometry class, but for this test, don't worry about memorizing the names of all those theorems. Just memorize this chart. So let's kind of spin this chart over, make it vertical, and then we can see what's going on. And I think I'm going to, is it going to let me do it? Sometimes it likes it, sometimes it doesn't. So it's like, is it going to let me spin it? No, it's having a day. It doesn't want to let me spin it. It'll make, like you can make it bigger and smaller, but you can't spin it because that would be helpful. Anyways, it's the same principle. It's the same principle. Fine, Microsoft, I will draw it vertically and then we'll do it that way. Just you're going to see it in your math books horizontally. That's why I tend to draw it that way. But it's the same thing. So we got our little matching ones there. And then we have our matching ones there. Same difference. So looking at our chart that we're given, which I have crudely recreated over here, they want to know the value of x, and we are given the value of this angle down here, that it's 33 degrees. In my chart, it's one of the blue ones, and my X up here is one of the pink ones, pinky purples. They are opposite colors. They are supplementary. That's it. So together, they add up to 180 degrees. So to solve for this, since it's x plus 33 is 180 degrees, I need to undo what's been done to x. 33 has been added, so we need to subtract 33 from both sides, and we get that x is equal to 147, and that is degrees, and that means my answer is D. But yeah, just this, that's all you need to know, is that all the matching colors in that chart are congruent. So all the pinky purples are congruent to all the other pinky purples. The blues are congruent to all the other blues. And every blue is congruent, every blue is supplementary to every pinky purple in my little chart that I've made there. Don't memorize the names, just memorize that. But do memorize that, it's important. Hey guys, it's Alyssa, and if you're looking for more SAT or PSAT help, go to mathwithalyssa.com. You can get over 25 hours. Yes, 25 hours of test prep, including math and reading and writing. And there's dozens of practice questions, downloadable study guides, you name it. Links to everything in the description down below. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about this video or any suggestions for future videos. And if this video was helpful or useful in any way, please let YouTube know. Like, share, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.